Hi, I am Hannah Marie. I'm playing Samantha Thatcher, the spooky.
Hello there, my name is Jimmy, and I'll be playing Christopher Watson, the expert.
Hi, I'm Stabbykinz, and I'll be playing Callum Reyland, the spell slinger.
And hey y'all, I'm Grizz. I'll be your keeper for the evening of monsters and all the things that go bump in the night. But unfortunately, we're a group of investigators, hunters, people who just happen to find the wrong thing at the right time. I'm not those things. Something very, very special. But before we get to that, how we doing, players?
Doing good.
Oh, good.
I'm so excited for what is about to happen.
I'm glad you are. When we last left our group of good forthright individuals, we had solved a few small mysteries. Eleanor Whitaker wasn't exactly who we thought she was, and her intentions were good despite trying to make up for past wrongs where she fell for the monster in question and was quickly betrayed, as it was. But she did what she could and is trying to make sure none of the dragons from elsewhere in the world come to Willoughby Falls to help take it over. And in the quest to aid her in that, because she was rapidly running out of her own life energy, she was using the power of the spell that she cast, the hunters made a deal with Magma, the Crossroads Demon, but not before he let a few truths about other contracts he had made in the past, or almost had made in the past. Despite that, everyone was able to briefly get over whatever anger or trepidation they had with each other, and forged another contract with Magma, in which he took the ice that's within Callum, the darkness that's within Samantha, and just a bit of knowledge from Christopher that he would never know what was taken. And Magma also made the promise that within 8 hours they would get all of these things back in exchange for effectively a vial of just pure life force that he gave to Eleanor before sending the hunters on their way to go deal with the dragon. They left. They faced the dragon. And after some harsh truths from the dragon's mouth about, and honest questions from the dragon about why she shouldn't just raise this town of betrayers to the ground, they offered up a few, just one interesting alternative to just destroying the town. And why not stick it to the founding families by running for mayor? And when asked why she should, when the dragon asked why she should trust everybody, or at least Christopher, who gave this idea. What did Christopher say again?
I've had relations with Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think our audience could hear that very well. Could you say that again, Jimmy?
Yeah, enunciate, please. Thank you.
I've had relations with the dragon.
I hate that you keep saying relations and not relationship. At least it makes it so much worse.
I feel like I would break if I just said that.
What? Anything
It
else
almost
like
would sound
bones
less
or
dirty if you said I had sex with a dragon than I had relations.
relations?
It makes me so uncomfortable.
I mean, in the context of a prospective mayoral campaign, I feel like it's really fitting.
Oh my
Right.
God, stop.
So when we ended, the dragon had flown down, pulled Jimmy's face up by the chin. He's about 9 feet tall. What did I say?
Me. You said my
Jimmy. Did I say Jimmy? Well, it's fine. I'll leave that image in your mind, Jimmy, as we go forward. Christopher his chin up and said, "Explain." And that's where we left off. And this dragon still looks much like the physical form of Eleanor, but you do see the the black and gold scales going down her arms into clawed fingertips. She has a very reptilian face, still oddly, mostly human. A slight pointed chin going and down to like another spike. Her hair is still much like Eleonora's, tied up into a bun, but you see horns ordained going around either side of her face. And you feel like a breeze as her wings go back into her back. Explain.
Hey. It's like Christopher is like even Christopher, when he's blushing madly when doing all this, he's just like, a long time ago, I was doing some research on dragons, and one of the dragons I came across, I talked with for a while, and one thing led to another. We got to know each other pretty well, and we had sex together once or twice. And like Christopher is just like you can tell that Christopher's brain is just like melting a little bit, admitting all of this out loud.
She removes her hand from your chin, kind of crosses her arms and looks you up and down and goes, "You're much more courageous than I figured."
A lot of people would,
Callum's just off to the side, putting both thumbs up and mouthing, "You got this."
You see one of the dragon's golden reptilian eyes go over to you, Callum.
He just like completely goes back into a false neutral pose as he leans on his staff in a very wizardly manner.
Do you trust him?
Me? Trust him? I mean,
He blinks at you expectantly because
I mean, it's a bit of a shock, but I mean, if the guy says you fucked a dragon, you fucked a dragon. I really don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
That's not what I'm asking. Do you trust him?
Oh, you mean just like in general, implicitly? Yeah.
She'll turn her head sideways a bit to look at Samantha behind Callum. Do you trust him?
Yeah. And then she ducks back behind Callum.
You see the dragon turn, and she goes over to the base of where the statue was, and she elegantly like switches the dress and sits down, crosses her legs, but both clawed hands on her knees, and leans back a bit. Very well. What is your plan?
Well, I'm thinking here, if you want to get back at the founders, instead of just killing them, just bring awareness of what they've done to you, or what they've done in the past, and also they've been running Willoughby Falls for quite a long while, and it would be one way to get back at them by now basically running for mayor and making your changes around here. That's
Oh, it just gives me more pleasure than just killing them.
Watching their faces squirm as more and more secrets of theirs get released that you have compared to what about their family that they only know. Some people enjoy that.
Why can't I release the secrets and then kill them?
It's much more fun to make them squirm and make it a constant reminder. Make sure you're a constant reminder that their family fucked up.
Yeah, like, think about it this way, right?
Her eyes go to you, Callum.
You kill them. Okay, say you just kill them. Just a little bit. Just enough to make them dead, right? Then what power do you really have over them? You see what I'm saying here? Sure, you get the gratification of instantly snuffing out their life, but then they're off to bigger and better places, as it were. Or, maybe not so great places, but either way, you don't really get to see their faces again. Or you could extend their suffering to both their whatever bigger lifespan they have and to the future generations and stuff like that. Really drag out the delayed gratification and all.
Seems to be pondering this. Will it be enough? You see her touch her chin, sinking.
Well, think about it this way too. Not only are you getting back at them, but you're also using the city where you were betrayed to turn your own investments, grow your hoard,
Samantha pokes her head out and just looks like she is gathering all of her courage. Dead men are much. They're not as useful as living ones. Did I cut out?
No. She's thinking, I'll put it this way. He's thinking it through thoroughly, and you're weighing her. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We can't hear you thinking.
No.
I was like,
I was giving everybody room to speak up if they wanted to. Sorry. If anyone has more to add, she is thinking this through. Sorry.
I got you.
Very well. This is my land to rule, after all. So how should I go about doing this? Stealing the leadership and claiming land? That I am responsible for it?
Not quite. See, it works a little bit differently around here. You got to go through something called a mayoral election.
Why should I go through your process?
Because when you beat their ass at their own game, you get a lot more satisfaction from it. Especially when you see their faces crumble in absolute abject despair.
Plus the people around, plus if you get your word around, more people will talk about you and how much shittier the other people are.
What they said. Yeah, that.
Okay. We're gonna do some dice rolls here because the only thing you haven't been able to do here, and I hate saying this, is convince her to just not kill them.
Oh.
You have convinced her that ruling over Willoughby Falls would be much more efficient and drag out their torture.
By not killing it.
Yeah, like why
Is
not
it
just
a
kill
bad
the
time
mayor
to
and
say
say
that-
I'm the mayor? Go ahead.
Like, logically, there really isn't a good reason, but, like, we're doing what we can.
Yeah, I mean, this is full on activate your bullshit meter.
I do not think that we can convince this dragon murder's morally wrong.
There is a few avenues, but for right now, if anything, if someone can add one more thing, because their argument is, and we're debating this, right? We're debating the role play to make this all work out, tie in a little bow. That's a line of reasoning. If someone can say something that can explain why running for mayor is more effective than just not saying I am the mayor, I can, and then we'll do a roll. Okay. I reached. These are the shoes you decided to wear to the show.
What feels better? Cooperation or ruling over a land of nothing? Nothing! And then hides behind both of them again.
Yeah, but
I ask you this. If I go through with your process, can you swear to me on the bones of your children's children? And she leans forward that I will not be betrayed in any way.
you will not be betrayed by me.
Not what I asked.
Just thinking about like
Remember, you also said it before the session, this is also just a stalling fucking tactic, just throwing that out there.
But these are the bones of our children's children here.
Yeah, it goes forward a ways, doesn't it?
It's a lot of bones.
Gonna have a lot of kids, I don't know.
We'll do our very best. We're your campaign team. Looks at Christopher like, why'd you make us do this? This is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Look, ultimately, people are fucking assholes. I can't account for every other asshole that resides in this particular little podunk shit town. But I can account for me. And I swear on the bones of my children's children that I'm not gonna betray you, so long as you're willing to go through with this through a proper and fair election.
He's looking at all three of you. That's what my silence is. Like she's
okay. I also I'll also swear this as well.
I don't plan on having kids, and I technically already promised my firstborn to. Okay, it's yeah.
He looks at Samantha quizzically, like there's a weird loophole of agreement there that I think you kind of went through. Didn't actually agree, but you did. But that's kind of how you handle dragons. So, she kind of just closes her eyes and shakes her head. I've waited this long. And besides, should this not go the way I wanted to? She just shrugs. But please, begin the process.
Shit. All right. Okay, gang. Sidebar, gang. He's gonna get into a huddle with Samantha and Christopher. Okay.
How far away is this huddle?
Not very far away at all. Okay, so how do we do fucking mayoral elections? I've never really been much of a political kind of guy, you know.
I think I'll handle that part of getting her on the ballot and everything like that. Yes, I will.
Are you sure about that? Listen, Chris, buddy, pal. It's not that I don't trust you, but the fact that all of this happened because you got your ding dong stuck in a different dragon, I'm a little worried about what might happen with this one. Okay, I don't want it complicating the mayoral campaign.
I just like just rolling his eyes a little bit, just like, oh my god. But at the same time, he's like, I will handle that part.
I bet you will.
Samantha's big contribution right now that is more noticeable than her actually doing anything is that she does not punch Callum.
Noted.
I gesture to her. She's reasonably disguised as a well-known town figure anyway. Maybe we could find a good mask for her to wear for identity and paperwork purposes.
You know what? Better yet, actually, I'm gonna monkey off of that one. What if she comes back as Eleanor's like long-lost sister or something like that, you know? Adds a bit of mystique, mysterious flair. That would really get her campaign going.
Does Eleanor's long-lost fictional sister have a social security number?
I don't know, but she is a dragon. I'm pretty sure we could get that rolling.
I think it's important that we have like a birth certificate and like social security, education, things like, and then realizes that they're both looking directly at her and she just stops talking and looks down.
You're right. I gotta start working on some forgeries. Okay, so I'll go ahead and handle that part and the graphic design for our campaign stuff. Samantha, how good are you and your granny at picking out outfits and stuff like that? I'm thinking a nice suit and dress pants would look really great on a dragon.
Grandma sews. We can, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, can leave that part to you and your granny then. Christopher, what are you gonna be doing for this?
I'll be handling the legal side of stuff and getting her name out there and that sort of thing.
Cool. Okay, then I'll probably co-opt with you on the forgeries and stuff. Okay. I think we got this, gang. I think we got this. We got this in the bag, right?
He's kind of
giving the both of you the crazy eye.
I think we're kind of doomed here, if I'm being really honest.
No. Samantha, come on. He's gonna like shake her a little, like bat her back. We got this. Just gotta get your head in the zone, you know? Get hyped.
She tries to look so confident, but she cannot help like that tiny little wobble of her bottom lip, like, oh my God, I'm about to cry.
Listen, we're about to throw a big fuck off mayoral campaign for a dragon. Now, can anybody else say that?
I mean, I don't know. I suppose the point is we don't know, you know?
Exactly. We're the only ones who can say for certain, yeah, we're the campaign managers for a big fucking dragon. So take some of that energy with you. Manifest it. We got this.
She just nods very rapidly.
That's the spirit. How about you, Grizz?
She's losing
You ready to do
aura
this?
points by the second.
I think we can do this. I think we can. It's for the town and for people's lives, so I think we can do this.
All right, yeah, we got this. Okay, come on, team. 1, 2, 3. Dragon from air.
I didn't know what we were going to out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he breaks the huddle. Okay, I think we're good to go. What should we start out first? I guess I'll get home and install GIMP on my computer or something like that.
You have a computer?
I mean, you know, it's one of those old fucking ThinkPads, but yeah.
She opens her mouth to say something, but very suddenly changes her mind and walks towards the door, assuming that they're done.
All right. Yeah. Good talk.
I want to mention to the audience that all of the past episodes have all happened in one day, and so it's like 8:30 at night right now, probably. Yeah.
No, we're so tired.
Sam is Ep. You won't go home.
All right. Yeah, sleep sounds good. Actually, I'm gonna do that first, and then I start working on the campaign graphics. Well, I'll see you guys later. Then I'm gonna be in my shack. And yeah, he's just gonna fuck off.
Oh, you're not going in the car with us? You're just wandering.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
you know
forest?
what? Hey, go in the car to that sound great, actually.
Yep. I'll drive everyone home.
I wouldn't have said boo about it.
wait.
But
Her eyes have been on the three of you the entire time.
Yep.
During this conversation as you walk out the door, because no one said a word to her. After all leaving.
Bye, Miss Dragon.
I know that's not even that. Oh, yeah. She'll give a small wave, but she looks bemused. All right, everybody. So what's the plan? I understand the actions you're about to take. You're taking them.
Yep.
Sam is gonna call her grandma and like give some general details of what she needs, but she is going to ask Christopher if they can go back to the college to check on Eleonora.
Yep. I was gonna go back there anyway to, get her out of that circle.
Well, question. Do you want to get her out of that circle?
She's staving off the dragons right now. So it's mostly like, need some water, champ? You're doing good. Good
All right.
job doing battery stuff.
So as you enter the archives, it's very much the same scene. You do hear that croaking rattle hit from the distance that you remembered from the last time that you were here. But you were not blocked off this time. As you enter the archives, she is very much in the same position that she was before, with the glowing light just kind of emanating from her eyes as she's floating a few feet off the ground, still holding the spell. You have, I believe, first calling it, about 5 hours, 45 minutes left in that contract.
Yep.
We'll stave him off for as long as she can. But when that spell ends, we need to. She needs to stop, or she'll be gone.
Right.
She's got her hand like in Christopher's jacket, like literally so hard because the croaking creatures are freaking her out.
It's okay, Sam.
But she's trying to be tough.
What are we going to do now? I mean, we're going to go through with this, and what if she doesn't win? I just thought about that.
And it's like we weren't here at all, I guess.
No, I actually haven't thought about that because we're gonna win.
Samantha's eyes kind of drift down to the ground and see Christopher's shoes and just... Were you gonna tell us? Because the dragon asked if we trust you, and I do. But and she like kind of breathes a little harder. Am I wrong? She looks over you as though she can find the answer in your face because she genuinely doesn't seem to know right now.
It's my personal deal, and I was at some point maybe, but with how the day was going, I just really didn't know how to bring it up.
If we're gonna make this work, we need to trust each other. And that means you need to trust us too.
I do trust you guys.
I'm gonna go get water, and she goes and fucks off to find water.
Oh.
So,
we need rest, and we need to get Eleanor out of that circle eventually.
yeah, that part's gotta be a hell of it. And how much time does she have after the whole contract thing ends? Do we know?
Not much, if I remember correctly.
Ogma didn't tell you.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
We didn't ask, so the details aren't there, so...
How soon is the mayoral election?
No, there's a...
Yeah, look here. I'll throw some lore in to help the situation.
Yeah.
Mayor Wiggins was going to announce his campaign to rerun for mayor at noon tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, Callum. Something hits Callum. His eyes dilate a little. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I got the perfect fucking idea.
Do you want to... Are you thinking what I'm thinking about chaos?
Yeah. We're gonna crash that fucking thing, aren't we?
I think we are.
Yeah. All right. In that case, I'm gonna have to put in a rush order on some signs and banners and shit. Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Callum, you get an XP point for saying that just in time. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at all.
Yay, that puts me at one away from being able to get another improvement.
Hey. All right. So you still have 5 hours, 40 minutes until the contract ends. So what would the three of you like to do? You have like 15 hours before the actual event happens. So.
Yep.
Callum is basically gonna all night it working on the graphic designs for the banners and campaign signs and stuff, and basically blow what little savings he has left on putting in a rush order for that crap. So that's what he's going to be doing until the appointed time of crashing the campaign announcement.
Got it. All right. Samantha, Christopher?
Samantha is going to spend that time mostly tending to Eleonora and trying to make sure that she is as comfortable as she can be.
All right, then we'll get back to you if you're going to be with her when the contract ends.
Yeah, okay.
Christopher?
Christopher is most likely going to work in his office at the college campus. I mean, at the college, on getting forms ready to be able to submit the tracking as a mayoral candidate. Basically, getting like documents at the ready.
Anything else?
Other than that, it's just occasionally.
It won't take very long to do that. You have 15 hours.
Callum will remind you to also potentially help forge some documents for the dragon's identity.
Yes, that was the point of like getting documents ready, like also forging and getting that sort of stuff. But and of course, occasionally, like when the internet's acting up at the college, as it occasionally does, just a check on Sam and Eleonora.
Okay. All right. So, okay, making sure all that's tracked and everyone remembers what they just said. So Sam, you're tending to Eleonora. He's essentially non-responsive to any treatment. You can give her water; she will drink it. She doesn't speak or anything like that. She doesn't even blink her eyes; they're just staying that same color. As the time runs by, and then you kind of like look at your phone or what if you have a watch. I don't remember if you do. And then
the flip phone.
Flip phone. You look at your flip phone, you realize the 8 hours is up. And at that moment, the light in the room goes back to that initial green that you first entered with. The light in her eyes fades away, and she starts to sink down to the ground, and she's in the same position And she kind of slumps forward in your arms.
So our deal has ended, correct?
Her battery has run out.
Yeah, so my question is...
You don't feel your darkness back. Yeah.
Okay, that was my question. So, Sam will catch her. She did spread out a bunch of pillows underneath where she was levitating because she's like, I don't know, what else can I do? But she'll like kind of lay her down and try and pull her away from the circle itself a little bit just in case. And check her breathing, check her pulse, just kind of fall back more into the muscle memory of what Grandma taught her about making sure that someone is stable, specifically after like magical exhaustion.
She's riding the line of stable. Her breath is very shallow, or she's very pallid at the moment, or I'm feeling a little sunken and stuff like that. And as you're like doing all the basic checkings, you realize that most of the fat on her body is gone. She looks very skeletal at the moment. Her body was essentially going through every resource it could to maintain that spell. And glancing at the markings of the ground, she wrote it very specifically to go through all of like the life energy she had and the physical like caloric energy she had, and then down to the last remnants of her soul before the spell would break. She was very careful to make sure she would use all of herself before it broke. And she got almost to that point before that vial that Makma gave her. And she's still at that point. She is holding on by a not paper thin, but like a thin thread of life energy.
If I carefully look over the circle, is there any way that I can just ensure that it is dormant and not feeding off of her retroactively, just in case? She seems to be a very powerful magic practitioner, and I want to make sure that her... You would
definitely have to... If you want to smash up that circle, that would be the only way to stop this from happening. Yeah, like you're saying, she's very good at what she does. It wouldn't stop unless you break the circle right now.
Okay. I am going to alter the circle as necessary to make sure that it is powered down.
Yeah, you just scrape your hands over part of the sigils and the whole thing just fades into nothing, and all that green glow fades from the room.
Thoughtfully, she's like looking at how it's smeared and looking at what Eleanor has done to herself, and just in that same very small voice that she doesn't quite recognize as her own, she has kind of felt outside of her body for this whole thing. It's just, I don't know if this town is worth it. Maybe the dragon should just have it anyway. Looks at Eleonora. Do you like the East Coast? And if she does receive no answer, she will continue on. I like the East Coast. I went there a couple of times when I was younger. I like water. I like the ocean. There's a force to it. A pulling and pushing, you know? Here it just feels like push, 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 push. She'll sit down next to Eleonora. Bone broth, I think. We'll start with some bone broth and see what you can take, okay? And we'll go from there.
Bone broth seems like an excellent choice.
I know some stuff.
What? Hey, Magma is sitting on the other side of Eleanor.
Oh, I thought that was you. She will jump a mile and actually audibly scream.
Whoa, hey, you want with me? Hey, whoa, it's Magma. Come on, you know, friendly guy.
What do you want?
Nothing. Hey, Samantha. I'm here to give it back to you.
What'd you do with it? Why'd you want it so bad?
It contained things that I required. Things that were very useful, and it did exactly what I needed them to.
I hate you. I
Okay.
fucking
Yeah.
hate you.
That's fair. Yes. But now that you've had it away for so long, I have to ask you, do you truly want it back?
You know why I hate you?
Hmm?
Because I don't know the answer to that question anymore.
Because the person I see before me is Samantha Thatcher. But the person I saw earlier this evening was Samantha Thatcher. Whom do you wish to be?
I don't think it's about what I wish.
It always is when you're dealing with a crossroads demon, my dear.
And that's where demons and humans are different. You do what you want to do. I'll do what I have to. Give it back. And then get out of here before she returns too.
Oh, well, I have two things to do here. One, he snaps his fingers, and that hole is gone. But we're placed with another one. One far more familiar and fits you much better. At least you thought it did.
She almost seems to stagger as though like a different weight has been put on her shoulders. And she like rolls out her neck a little bit. You got what you want, demon. Just go.
Samantha, I think we have the wrong set of ideals here, or at least ideas about me. I gave you what you wanted. Twice now.
Good for you. You said you had two things to do.
Eleonora. He kind of like kneels over her. The conversation will be much more fun if you can respond. So, I'll wait.
What are you talking about?
Miss Thatcher, I'm the crossroads demon of of Willoughby Falls.
Leave her alone.
She doesn't want me to, my dear.
She's gonna try to swing at him. It will be entirely ineffective. But she's got her spunk back.
Oh, it hits him. But it kind of feels like hitting really hot Play-Doh. Like it doesn't, you don't feel his face move. There's no indentation on his cheek or anything like that, but it does hit him. Good. That's I'm so high. When it was taken from you, you felt the lowest of your lows and then immediately went, do I want to be that high again? Seems that you do. Happy for you. Oh. And, we did have a good talk about all that stuff inside you, and I think they agree with me. You look better like this. And he's gonna snap his fingers and then gone.
Mark my words. Magma the Crossroads Demon, you have made a very powerful enemy today. But we can save that for tomorrow. And she's going to go back to focusing on Eleonora. But
All right.
her hands are not shaking anymore.
Callum.
Yeah.
So, you're deep in the grind. Making the
hell yeah.
diagram stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's 3 R's in Mayoral. You hear Magma behind you.
Oh, damn it. You really gotta stop doing that.
Why wouldn't I do that? You get flustered.
Plus, they're totally 3 R's in Mayoral if I put them there.
Are you trying to win this or lose it?
What do you want?
I want you to cool down. And he strokes your cheek, and you feel the sensation of like putting your hand on like a cold pin just go down your chin, and you feel this deep chill just arise from the pit of your stomach. And it's one that you felt before. It's the one you feel when you're casting something. And it just like pink in your stomach, and you look down, and then there's this icy over your shirt that kind of just melts into it all at once, and then the feeling is gone. There you are.
Gee, my shirt's wet. Thanks.
You're welcome, Icy Hot. What?
Okay, thank you for giving my powers back. No, if you're not, it just go if you have nothing else right now. I'm a little too busy with all this mayoral graphic design.
Callum, you don't think I've helped a few people run from there before?
Well, alright. Why not talk to the dragon then? That's technically their campaign.
You mean the one that you're running for them so they don't burn the town to the ground?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be talking to them?
I already did, that's why I'm here.
Right. No, my point being, maybe a picture of the mayor in question to be?
Well, I mean, yeah, I already made one. And he scooches to the side. Let me see if I have the best way to describe this fucking nightmarish creation that he has made through MS Paint. Do you see what is basically the equivalent of the dragon's Eleanor likeness in the form of a Trogdor? With disproportionate boobas stuffed into a fucking suit jacket with what is supposed to look like a political charismatic smile. But good God, he cannot draw for the life of him.
Very nice, Callum.
Thank you. I really tried hard.
Do you want my advice?
I mean, not really, but I'm assuming you're gonna give it to me anyways.
Yes. You should use an actual photo of the person in question.
I mean, I could, but this doesn't really have the same amount of heart.
Definitely do that.
I mean, it'd be really hard to get a photographer in here to do headshots on such a short notice.
Well, you have 9.5 hours.
Ah, shit. All right. Fine. I'll see what I can find. Now, is there anything else, or,
He's gone.
God damn it, I hate him.
I'm right here.
Just
He's sitting in one of your, fold-out lawn chairs, sipping a drink.
What else do you want right now? I am busy.
I mean, peace and quiet would be nice.
You could just go into the middle of the forest for that.
I am in the middle of the forest. It's a lovely cabin, by the way.
Keep away from my shack.
Fine. You're getting less fun as time goes on, and he disappears.
Oh, okay. I am definitely keeping my design for some of these banners, though. He's gonna go back and start looking up professional photographers in Willoughby Falls.
All right. Christopher,
Yes.
how are things going with you?
Things are going okay. I've got all this information and start, getting more and more documents at the ready and thinking oh God, how am I going to do social security, birth certificate, everything like that. I've never done anything like this before.
Okay. What name were you thinking of for?
I don't know. That's I think that's where Christopher is stuck on. It's just his hands. It's just there's multiple names Elizabeth. No, that doesn't sound. I don't. He's at his computer, just rubbing his temple, just oh God, what should I name her?
Maybe ask Samantha for help. I don't know.
Yeah. I think at this point, I think I would be start heading downstairs for Samantha's help. So I start heading down.
Hi.
Hey, Sam.
Samantha is moving around with that abruptness that she previously possessed. She is all business. She has that very focused, concentrated look on her face. And behind her sunglasses, her eyes have gone back to what you are familiar with. And they are angry. She's muttering to herself under her breath.
Hey, I was hoping to get some help with the documents that I'm doing.
I don't know much about law, Christopher.
It's just more on the lines of a name to give her for this.
A name?
Yes.
She thinks for a minute. Are we still going with Callum's idea of a long-lost sister for Eleonora?
That could work, but also with knowing her, that would be most likely. If we're going to not put the founders, you know what I'm saying?
My thoughts exactly. She thinks for a minute. Who's someone that you trust implicitly, Christopher? Who's someone whose name inspires confidence to you?
Honestly, I think of Elizabeth. I have Elizabeth as a first name, but again, I don't have really much of a last name.
I suppose it needs to be strong, but it needs to move with the name itself.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, what does she want to do? She wants to rule.
Right.
How about King?
That's good.
Elizabeth King. Has a ring to it.
It does have a good ring to it. I'll admit that.
Christopher, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't as helpful as I should have been.
You're fine.
I'm glad I can help you now.
Oh, you're good.
Is there anything else I can do? Eleonora is looks to where she has her set up resting. She's doing as well as she can, but if you can, would you mind bringing your stuff down here? I don't really want to be alone right now.
Luckily enough, I have my laptop upstairs. So yeah, I'll come down.
Thank you.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
I go in for a hug. It's gonna be okay.
I'll do my best to believe that. At the very least, we're gonna do our best.
That's all we can do, right?
Right.
Yeah. So just give me one.
Quiet for a second.
So yeah, just give me a minute. I'll be back with my laptop and everything.
Okay. When you get back, we can talk about your ex. And then she goes back to what she was doing.
I just sigh heavily and start heading upstairs.
As you exit the archive, Magma is there, and and one of the hoodies for one of the coaches for the actual community college. He's got like track pants and Adidas sneakers on. I think he's like sipping on some like Gatorade or something. Nice pep talk, teach.
It's a little bit of my job. I have to. Yeah. Just to give like a small arm pump to like, yeah.
Walk and talk, huh?
I haven't really done a walk and talk. What is this, Aaron Sorkin's movie? Start walking and talking.
Oh, yeah, it's like, I was going to convince you to get a standing desk there, Christopher, but we were doing enough running around, you know? Got one of those Silver Fox teacher six-packs going.
Chuckle softly as he mentions that. It's just, I tried that. It didn't go well.
Oh, I gotta think about more effort. So, there's nothing much more that I admire than your intelligence, Christopher. And I appreciate you letting me use just even a little bit of it.
Of course, but so what did you take from me exactly?
Did a lot of bad things, Christopher.
I know I've done a lot of bad things.
What would a crossroads demon want with any of your bad things?
Plenty. That's fair.
Think you'll ever make up for half of it? You know what I mean? Like, would they actually start like walking up the stairs?
That's kind of what I'm trying to do now.
Real question is, do you think the dragon's going to hold up to it?
I don't know, but I gotta try.
But just leave. I mean, you asked for tenure last year and they didn't give it to you.
I don't know. I just want to just. I don't know what keeps me here. Or what made me come back. I just felt like I should just stay. I'll try again next year, but.
Well, best of luck to you, Ghost Leg. See you on the track. Gives you like a smack on the ass and just walks down the hall and disappears. Oh, wait. Give that back to you.
Yeah.
There you go. You feel like a prickling on like underneath like your right ear, and he seems to have returned it to you.
Do I know what he took? Or is it still like...
No, you don't know what he took.
Still don't know? Okay.
I will say you have about 2 hours to really get everything going. I let the dragon know what the fuck's happening. Yeah. Maybe
Oh shit,
get her.
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't exactly tell her, did we?
No, not at all. See how good I am at this? Letting the players do the thing.
I was kind of indisposed at the time.
You were handling other things, and you were handling your business, and now you're ready to handle some business.
I had
Listen,
some social anxiety. I still do, but it's gone now.
2 hours is nothing in this small town, okay? We'd easily lap this place a bunch of times over.
But yeah, you are. So the actual event is being set up in the town green. You see about like maybe 30 or so people putting up all the banners for Mayor Wiggins, setting up the podium, setting up the stand, arranging parking. There's a small media crew there for the local news station. There's a small audio crew for 2 of the radio stations in town. It's going to be a big thing. Mayor Wiggins has been there for the past, call it 4 years. He's run for mayor twice. He's won both times, clearly, and the town really likes the guy. He does a lot of good things, as far as everyone knows. So, off to the side of all of that, I'm going to very safely assume, is the crash in the camp crew. So, Mayor Reuben Wiggins is rerunning. How are you guys going about this?
Okay.
I'm going to also freely say the dragon's there with you because you told her where to meet you after going to go get her.
Yep.
Yeah. Give us a call. They thought it was the ancient dragon.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this without it being like a direct reference to just a television show. I'm imagining.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm imagining we wait until he's like through the introduction of his speech. Then we blast some music, pull attention, and like Secret Service hustle her on stage.
Fuck yeah.
The Callum's gonna be on the fucking guitar.
Please don't do that.
He's doing this, and he will not tell you that he's going to do this.
Damn.
So, the dragon now looks like Elizabeth King. Has like a short bob that goes just almost hits her shoulders. Pitch black hair for she has like an olive skin tone, like really like almost golden brown eyes, like porcelain face. She looks amazing in the pantsuit that was provided to her. Samantha, what color is this pantsuit?
It's like a mauve. So like kind of purpley reddish, like deep, but still a splash of color.
She gives you like an appreciative smile at the color and like flicks her hands out, and then you see just like an adornment of jewelry on her hands and stuff like that. She's got a lovely necklace going. Not too flashy. She's not from money, but she has money kind of look. She's clearly funding this whole thing by herself.
Independent wealth. In politics? Nah.
What?
Nah, that's not the thought. And he kind of like looks over all the birth certificates and all the legal forms. Elizabeth King, and she lost a growl in her voice, and she sounds a little deeper than Eleanor does because she didn't really have time to think of another human voice. Interesting choice.
It felt like it kind of fit.
No, I don't disapprove, Christopher. It'll do.
You're looking to rule? Why not do it with a bit of style?
Immediate flashes of power prove more effective than anything else. What's the time? The first introduction?
Callum immediately busts onto the scene with just like armfuls of signs and banners. All right, guys, I got everything that we need. And only some of them have my MS Paint work, which frankly I think is still slightly better than, the actual picture, but whatever, I guess. Some people are just critics.
You sweet
I don't know what that
child.
is, but it looks like an ancient ruin that I used to use to behead people. She like points to the MS Paint drawing with a look of clear disdain. I approve, but I may speak the wrong word and activate it. Do you mind putting it down?
That would be
I just can't win with any of you. All right, so how are we gonna do this?
Well, I think you'll appreciate it. And I lay out the concept. Because if we're not going to do this the right way, we might as well do it in the wrong way as loud as we freaking can.
Oh, I can do loud. You want? I got a special thing for that. It's gonna be a surprise for everyone.
Callum,
Yeah. What's up? What's good?
keep it tasteful.
Tasteful, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's practically my middle name, honestly.
To my taste, Mr. Reyland.
I think you'll appreciate what I have prepared, okay?
Wait, Callum, what is your middle name?
Is it really Marie? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to peek.
Oh,
Did you just
Hello,
steal my middle
Magma.
name from real life?
wait.
No, I'm thinking of someone else who looks like him. I apologize.
No, it's, I just really want to know it's Dresden.
Fuck you.
I don't believe you.
Fuck you.
I do not believe you for very specific reasons.
Look, it's not my fault I had some weird fucking grandpa from way back, okay, who absolutely insisted on keeping his name in a goddamn phone book for so many years, okay? Absolutely not my fault.
Oh my god,
I
we
wish
are
I was
ending-
more upset than I am, but I'm really, I'm so proud of you right now. I believe I knew a Dresden.
Really? Huh.
I don't think I had relations, wrist and eyebrow, Christopher, but we knew each other for a while.
Well,
Well, the main problem A main problem I see with your plan is that you don't have anyone to put the signs and banners on.
We can do it. Thanks, Demon.
I'm sorry?
I said we can do it.
I think that's.
Yeah, you're talking to the dragon right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was still Magma.
I
No,
thought
this is-
Magma had peeked in. That was my bad, y'all.
No. She has a similar
That's why
upwards
I got so
inflection.
confused.
No. This has been the dragon the whole time. This isn't Magma. They have a similar upwards inflection. So that's my apologies, but this is the dragon. It's not Magma.
Okay, then Roger.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been the dragon the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Roger. Samantha will just give a little smile. I have something for that. Maybe.
Ooh.
Just focus on the interruption, and I'll see what I can do.
Very well.
Yep.
Oh, they're already here. You see her like look at the sky. That's good.
Look up at the sky.
Anyone who wants to investigate a mystery can go outside and do so. We should probably have a few actual rolls tonight.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Why not? Why not? No,
Yeah.
I'll investigate that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Dude, you have a +3. I mean, one day I hope you're not surprised. You have the capacity for a 15.
That's true, but it's
Yeah.
still always going to catch me off guard.
Yeah, it's the only thing you're rolling. You're always like, how am I doing this? It's like you literally can only, you have to roll a 1 or a 1-2 to fail it.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is insane. So everybody who didn't miss, okay, so partial successes, there's a primal sense of dread as you look at the sky and you feel an old presence descending and settling gently over Willoughby Falls, but you can't exactly see what it is. Christopher,
Yes.
you felt this before.
Mhm.
You know what it is.
Yeah, I think it, yeah.
You have felt this before, and you have felt this before, and you have felt this before. It's dragon.
Yep. They're here. Yep. Okay,
I
I'm
don't
just
like the implication of you felt this before, you felt this before, you felt this before.
I had to cover my bases. I mean, he did.
I'm leaving.
But you see here, she has she has like a wide smile and gives like a very toothy grin, that almost looks like a sharpened point, but she closes her mouth again and goes, "Sorry, I got to look excited there. It's nice to see some old friends."
Any chance that they'd be interested in helping with the campaign?
I'm not entirely sure they'd understand what it means, to be honest. And they would ask similar questions that I did. Questions I gather you don't want other dragons asking.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
that's
That
right.
is entirely fair.
You see her just like stand across her, stand up, sit in the exact same position, very proper, prim, and wait for the show to begin.
So you
Okay.
guys,
Sorry, go ahead, Christopher.
yeah, we'll get in positions and wait for the speech to begin, and then we'll interrupt.
Yep. Try and make it as ostentatious, I suppose, as you can. And I'm going to gather up a few of Callum's posters. I'm leaving the MS Paint ones.
Oh,
And-
the betrayal.
I can't help it. But I gather up the ones with the actual photograph in my hands, and I look at the both of them and just say, okay, now don't make this weird. I'll see you in a little while. And she's just going to gently float upwards and disappear.
I noticed that you're not taking any of the ones I worked hard on.
And I'm going to use my ability to fly.
Damn, I can't even argue with
Okay,
that.
I'm not the. Okay, that's new, right?
It's new to you.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Maybe.
It's yeah.
Don't get excited, Christopher. We know what you are around things that can fly.
Gosh, darn it!
I had to get my little dig in there.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Come on, it's fair.
All right, well, I suppose I had to prep the old vocal cords for my personal touch on this interruption of ongoing events.
So worried right now. Okay.
Oh, no.
I have never seen more of a plan put together, but never seen the actual what the plan would look like. And I don't know what's happening right now. You know what? It's fine. We're good. It's gonna be great.
Game Master, could I perform some magic real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
I would like to try. Well, should I tell you what I'm trying to do before or after I roll?
Before in this case, I think.
Okay, so the flying is just something that I can do. I figured out in my weirdness that I have some abilities that I probably shouldn't have. But my goal is to try and not make myself invisible, but make it so if people's eyes find me, no, they didn't. Kind of almost like VTM style obfuscate.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and use magic.
A mixed success.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it works for the most part, as far as you can tell.
Okay, so as Sam moves, she kind of focuses in on this spell to make sure that people's eyes don't focus on her too hard, and she tries to put into position a number of signs to be able to drop by pulling on like a pin, so they'll roll down over the previous posters that the mayor put up.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're in it now. We gotta commit.
Roll to act under pressure.
Boy.
Mixed success. Sure, it'll be fine.
I'm gonna say this is a price to pay, and I'm gonna tie it into the consequences of your used magic, which I'm not going to tell you.
Then how do I know what my consequences are? Oh,
I mean,
no.
Given your activity, there are definitely consequences.
It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get attacked by Dwagon.
All right. And I disconnected. Sorry, I said that's fun. Okay. As far as you are about 60% sure your actions have been entirely clandestine. I'll say that.
Cool.
Could have been neater, but we'll see what happens. All right, Jimmy.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I think I'm going to try to go backstage.
There is no backstage. It's a stand. It is a podium on an open stage in the middle of the town green.
Oh, okay. There's not like a. Okay.
No.
I was just like seeing if I could get like around the speakers or something like that and try to plug in my phone basically at a point and blast some music basically, and when to do the interruption.
You actually see Callum there on the other side of the speakers hooking something up, and you both of them stare at each other.
And as soon as I look at him, it's like, I'll be with Miss King, and I'll head back to.
No, both of you roll to act under pressure, please.
Oh no!
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Oh.
Are you guys dealing with the consequences of my actions? That's fun.
Act under pressure.
Oh no!
I'm so excited.
Hey guys, I got another improvement.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, kind of.
Hey. Cope.
So, Callum.
Yeah.
Because you keep on trying to keep it hidden what you're doing from the GM, so I have no idea what you're doing, but you're getting caught. So, what are you holding in your hands right now?
A guitar and amp.
Oh no.
You hear from behind you, and a man whose only name could only be Pat McBeefcake stands behind you. In a full suit, black sunglasses with an earpiece in his ear, arms crossed. I was like, "What the fuck you doing, bud?"
Hey, yeah, sorry, I'm, the roadie for this stuff. I came in like super late. I am so sorry, man.
Back away from the speakers, my guy. I don't need another one of them goddamn hippies trying to hook up them stupid spiritual message to the man. Come on, move along.
Can I roll to manipulate him?
No, you failed on an act under pressure roll, my guy. He almost is about to throw you bodily away from all of this equipment. Get away from it.
All right. Hey, you don't gotta tell me twice, man. All right.
Get out of here before I break that fucking rock-ass guitar like a twig. Get going.
Well, okay, that kind of hurt my feelings a little. He scampers off with his amp and guitar.
He follows you until you are well away from the town green.
Fuck.
Yeah. Christopher.
Yep.
You hear a much more gentlemanly ahem.
I'll turn to look.
You see him behind you in an impeccably tailored black Italian suit with a red tie, hair slicked back, a goatee, but with almost porcelain white skin and very lovely blue eyes. A face that you recognize, but you do. Christopher, what are you doing? You see what you can only imagine is magma in disguise.
I was going to come back here to help with a distraction, and then I saw Callum, and I was just going to head back.
That's what you're doing?
Yes.
Oh, it's adorable. Get up.
Get up.
Here's what's going to happen, Mr. Watson. Whatever you plan on doing, don't. I don't think you're forgetting that you're standing on a borrowed limb, yeah?
That is fair.
Yes, that is very fair. I think to really get my point across, 5 minutes without my help should really make it clear.
What?
That phantom limb you've been standing on is gone, and you feel yourself lose your balance and fall to the ground.
What the fuck?
You're no longer under my protection because you don't have a contract with me, Christopher. But the person you're fucking with does, yeah? Get out of my sight, even if you have to crawl. This is your one warning. Have a pleasant day, Christopher. Gotta pat you on the shoulder as you walk away, and you hear a few like, "Oh, sir, dude, you okay, man? I thought he walked over here just fine." "Oh, Jesus!" You see a couple people like running towards you.
Oh man.
"Hey, man, you okay?" "Oh, I thought it was one of the roadie crew." "Oh, no. Wait, yo, it's one of the profs from the Community College. Hey, man, are you okay?" I think your Shakespeare class this year. How you do? "Oh, man, I thought you had two legs, dude." "Oh, come on, let's get him up. Yeah, let's get him to a park bench away from everything. Come on, my man. Come on."
All right, yep. I just started trying to get up and still very out of practice with without my leg, basically.
Yep.
Just get up and have one of these students or roadies.
They're early 20s college students that are helping you, one in each under each arm, and help you politely. I mean, we're happy that you're trying to help Mayor Wiggins, but we don't want you to hurt yourself, Prof. What were you trying to do? Maybe we could help.
There's just forgets an idea. Actually, I'm trying to help out someone else. And we were thinking of what?
Okay. Go. Sorry.
Yeah. And I was thinking we were told to go ahead and play a song like a couple minutes into his speech to announce a new candidate.
Well, this is our candidate, Prof. I mean, well, man, are they that good? We haven't heard of any else running. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, we only have one mayoral candidate, Prof. What do you mean?
We are getting a new one that's being announced today as well.
Well, I don't know about this, well, they're kind of like hemming and hawing as they're helping you over. Make a roll to manipulate some people. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Manipulate?
What did you think you were doing?
No. I am manipulating. I I know one of the prices, so I'm just like thinking about what.
Oh yeah.
What we offer.
Yeah.
And it's a mixed success.
Well, I don't know, Prof. I mean, I went all in with Mayor Wicked. Yeah, I was like putting up signs up for 6 hours last night so everyone knew. Like, I don't know what. Well,
how about this?
Well, can you guarantee us like graduation from the college? This is gonna ruin our political careers, if anything. Yeah.
How about this? Not only will I try to help you graduate, because you're still going to have to take some of my classes, I'll even give you a glowing letter of recommendation to whatever job you go to after college.
Oh, I don't think it should glow, Prof. I mean, they might take it kind of wrong when it comes from Willoughby.
Normally I would say something, but with it being Willoughby, yeah, you are completely correct on that end. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're correct.
All right. Well, what would you like to play?
And I give him like a trying to think of like just some generic rock song, basically, just to almost like an announcement, basically.
You got it. All right. I think I can find that on Spotify. All right. Come on, yeah. Chuck. You got it, Charlie. And they walk off. You better believe it's Chuck and Charlie, college student.
Chuck and Charlie. Okay.
Callum, you are.
Yeah.
Being observed, but he shooed you away. He's kind of loosely observing you back at the podium, but you are not currently being guarded by somebody.
Cool. I'm gonna slip the fuck away so I'm fully out of sight.
Okay.
Do I need to make any form of roll for that?
No, he wanted you out of the town green because clearly you were just gonna fuck with everything. So, as long as you are, yeah. But you have an opportunity to do something.
Okay, how quickly can I start making my way back to the podium and everything like that? Now that I have preternatural speed.
Oh, no.
Pretty fast. What are you trying to do?
I want to get the fuck back there in time so that I can still do my thing.
Standing in front of the speakers, man.
Oh, okay. I thought he like rushed me like way the fuck away from. Okay.
No. So the town green. Imagine like a mild wide area, and the podium and the stand is in the middle of it. He pushed you like out to the parking lot, away from everything, and then went back.
Okay, cool.
The speakers the speakers and a lot of the systems are like maybe 10 or so feet away from the podium, so they're facing outwards. So when you guys just rolled up and said, "I'm gonna hook up some magic and make some stuff happen," I was like, "Okay, let's see how this goes." But no, like he now is. I'm just letting you know he is standing by the speakers because he is now aware someone tried to fuck with the speakers. You can get there really fast, but he's standing there. That's what I'm trying to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I'm trying to think what I can do.
Sorry, Pat. He got caught by Pat McBeefcake, one of the best bodyguards around.
How hard would it be to summon some fucked up little monster rats at his feet to try and scare him off. Because I want to get him the fuck away from those fucking speakers.
Here's the query for you, Callum.
Yeah, what's up?
If you could just make monster rats, why can't you just make your guitar loud enough to be heard?
That was the other idea that I had.
I'm asking you this, like, how clandestine are you trying to be right now? I guess, like, all
right, you know what? Fuck it. I'll use my magic to amplify my guitar over whatever fucking sound those regular ass speakers are going to be putting out.
Okay. We'll have that be a use magic roll when the time comes. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Because I'm over here. It's like, are you? Because as we're speaking and as all this happening, we are starting to get a crowd forming as well. So people are starting to gather at the town green. Samantha.
Hello.
Hi. You have effectively and thoroughly managed to rig every one of these times.
All according to plan.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going just as well for the boys.
Oh, usually, yeah.
They're competent.
Yeah. When
Couldn't
you
have run
finish, you
into any
would see Christopher just on a park bench, and you notice one of his pant legs is limp. He's also missing a shoe.
Yeah, it's not like we could have, like, maybe prevented this if someone had told us something about this beforehand. And I'm gonna, like, float my way over.
Right, you have the... Okay, no, I forgot you had the obfuscate thing up. I'm like, sure. Don't mind me, everyone. Just wave it to the crowd.
It's 100%. People can definitely see me, but they kind of forget that they saw me.
Yeah, no, that's what I just forgot. I forgot myself for a moment. But yeah, you managed to float over to where Christopher is sitting. Do you turn that off?
No. No, I don't.
Hey. He can't. No. He is seeing you, but forgetting he's seeing you while seeing you stand there.
Christopher.
Whoa. Who's
just
there?
Look forward. Pull out your phone. Pretend you're talking on your phone.
Okay, strange voice in the air.
You know my voice, Christopher.
This has to be the most surreal thing because this is the most not disembodied voice act I've ever seen.
just holding up my phone to my ear, just like, Sam, I don't know where you're at, but this is kind of freaking me out.
I'm standing right in front of you. I'm using magic. You should be used to this by now. What happened to your leg?
Apparently Magma is here. And he just...
Why?
I don't know.
Why did he take your leg?
I don't know. He just said... He said some stuff about just being not interfering, and then this happened.
So inaccurate. I'm so mad.
About you interfering or about him interfering?
Me interfering.
Why doesn't he want... Oh my god.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here with one leg. And my nice shoe is missing. I don't know where it's at.
You really think that's the problem? Okay. What were you doing before you lost your leg?
I was going to the speakers get a song ready to play, and then for like a cue, and then I saw Callum, and then I started walking away, and then this happened.
Okay, where is Callum?
I don't know. We lost Callum. Oh my god, we lost Callum again. I just put my hand in my face like, oh no.
You guys keep doing this.
We keep trusting Callum to do things. I only know what Christopher is telling me. I don't know if he is right or wrong.
No, I'm having a ball over here because I'm just like, oh, dare you.
Samantha was busy, doing the thing that she said she was going to do successfully.
Yeah, no, it's just Magma quietly as the DM being like, you bastard, you're making me seem even more worse than it was. Which is fair, but hey, you. How dare you?
Chris is interpreting it.
Samantha is going to, clench her teeth and just, Magma, a word. And if he doesn't answer, then she will try and go find Callum.
There's no answer. No.
Can you find me a crutch or something? I would like to be able to, walk around.
Do you think I could just get a crutch from somewhere, Christopher? Where? Do you want me to take it from someone else?
Give me that guy's crutch.
Stop it, Rocket.
Christopher just looks down. I was like, I should have thought that through that for a second.
I'll be back. Don't piss off any more crossroads demons, I guess. And I'm gonna fly off to find Callum and stop whatever he's doing.
You find Callum easily enough over in the parking lot, fiddling with his guitar.
All right. Yeah, all hooked up and everything. Now, oh, Jesus, God.
Fuck. You have a guitar.
What? Can a man not own a guitar?
But why do you have it here?
Well, am I not allowed to have
Can
a
Callum's
guitar
wizard eyes
in
see
a
me?
parking lot? Say that again.
Can Callum's wizard's eyes see me?
No.
Okay,
No,
I'm gonna
like
yank the guitar out of his hand.
Oh, no! No!
Whoa, look at that guy. Yeah, that's a really cool trick. He has a floating guitar.
Can I fucking get my guitar back? Can I grab it before it's fully yanked away from me?
You weren't expecting it, so I'd say no.
Whoa.
Can I try to magic this in? Can I try to magic this into a crutch?
You can do.
This has gone so unexpectedly.
It really has. Yeah, I mean, use magic.
No, Samantha.
Make the
That's
roll,
a mixed
please.
success.
So, it does form a crutch. There are a few issues with this crutch. One, it's still fully strung. It's also kind of made of the same wire, so it's kind of sprungy, but it's sturdy. It does have like the V and everything for someone to put the arm underneath it. There's no padding because there's no pad. It was like a transmogrification, so now it's like a flying V that is a crutch. It's weird. It works.
Just fucking shrieks. I was assigned by Aerosmith. Samantha.
I will fix it later. Give this to Christopher. Why are you in the parking lot?
'Cause I was put here. Fucking security chased me off while I was trying to do my thing.
Man, Callum, the thing.
Christopher.
Yes, I'm good. Mm-hmm.
Your phantom leg is back.
Oh my fuck! I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream, y'all.
He did tell you
You'll get
5
your
minutes.
guitar back.
Yeah, I know.
He said 5 minutes as a lesson. So. Yep.
I'm just gonna head back.
You gotta promise me you're gonna change that thing back.
I promise I will change it back exactly as it was.
Hmm.
And that was not sarcastic at all. Now we need to get to the stage.
Oh,
Couldn't agree more. So let's move.
You have about an hour, yeah.
With how our luck is going, we need every second of it. So, Callum, I'm going to remind you of something I've reminded you of many, many times. You're a wizard. You can do magic.
Yeah, and I was gonna do magic.
Not on the guitar.
Yeah, okay.
Are you a bard?
fine? I fucking could be. If I had one.
Yeah, Callum is just screaming in the parking lot at a floating guitar. Well, no, he's holding it now, so he's just screaming at nothing in the parking lot.
Yeah, no, I'm more
You are
laughing
not
at the,
beating the allegations of the weirdo in the woods.
and I'm just laughing at the I'm gonna do a magic. It really kind of broke me. Mom, look at me, I'm doing it. I'm doing a magic. It's like,
This has all of the energy of a fucking AI generated wizard video.
yeah, you know.
This
I'm
guitar
here
slightly
for it.
melting in midair while someone fucking shouts at it.
All right. So, are you going to try to deliver the new crutch to Christopher?
Sure, why not?
If anyone stops you, you're helping a friend who needs their crutch. Got it?
Anyone stops me, I'm gonna bonk him with it.
Oh no.
No one stops you on the way over. The security has dozens and dozens more people coming into the actual town green, so that isn't going to be a current problem. But you do find Christopher. I think he's probably standing up, testing out his new leg again. Clearly, he doesn't seem to need a crutch at the moment. He is missing a shoe.
Tell me you're joking.
Because it's a phantom leg, so that does it just look like I'm just standing on one leg, and
No, as we said in the previous session, it does look like it has all the spatial amount of your original leg, so it is filling your pant leg. He was doing you a favor by making it seem like you had two legs.
Well, hang on now.
Okay.
Now we gotta confirm something else. Is Christopher wearing his booty shorts today?
no,
Unfortunate.
it's still pants. It's always
But
pants.
what you didn't correct is that you don't have booty shorts. I want that heard and understood. Thank you.
Does not deny the allegations.
Man, sexual relations with dragons, booty shorts. I understand this boy a lot better now. But yeah, he is standing there. Doesn't seem like he needs a crutch at the moment. Looks a little frazzled.
You're joking. Nah, you're joking. My autographed guitar got all melted for nothing.
Autographed what? I'm not going to ask. I'm just.
Look, okay, cool. You can stand now, so let's get our asses to the stage. Samantha's already there. And probably the dragon will be there soon enough, too.
All right. Yeah, let's go towards Miss King.
All right.
Well, do you go get her? Because she's nowhere near her. Because I think that I don't know what the plan was. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Wait, shit. Does she have a cell phone? Anything like that?
We did not do anything. Oh no.
Fuck me.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Is she still at that place with the broken statue?
No, she went with you guys to the outskirts of the town green to the parking lot where she was staying out of view to keep it a surprise like you planned.
Yep. Fuck. Okay. Now, how far away is that from where they are right now?
Not very far at all.
Yep. Not
Cool.
far.
All right. You know what? I can just book it there and back. It'll be fine. Very fucking speedy. I'll be back in a moment. Okay. Just get to the stage.
Okay.
You see him turn and he fucking bolts off, and somehow he's even faster than he usually is. Like, he is fucking already across most of the parking lot.
Yeah, you see the dragon still in her Elizabeth King motif, sitting on that same bench, waiting patiently, hands on knees, eyes closed, and she's just waiting.
Callum will skid to a stop in front of her, panting. Okay. Okay. All right. I think everything is in place. We're good to go. Let's get to the stage, and we'll get this ball rolling.
She stands up slowly. She's about Samantha's height, I believe, at the moment. However I want to put it. Very well. Lead the way.
All right, and this time he's going to walk calmly as to not draw any further attention to himself.
Sure. I don't think that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, you have about 45 minutes. You lead her to the stage, and now the four of you are at the stage.
Yep.
Or near it, rather.
Yep. Still a little bit out of the way, but still.
So she stands there. She has her arms behind her back and just calmly asks, "So what's the plan?"
We're going to wait for Wiggins to go ahead and do his speech. Part way through his speech, we're going to interrupt it, and that's where you're going to make your entrance.
And
Just
Wait. Shit. Chris,
yes.
does she have a speech prepared?
It's like getting all this off and everything. It's like, oh shit.
Oh no! We spent all this time preparing and forgot this speech! Oh, no!
Samantha's just somewhere going, maybe it would have been easier to just kill everyone.
No, we still got this. We still got this. Callum says, manic and sweating at this point. All right. Chris, just run through some fucking just bullshit political points, okay? Focus on the basic points like financial security, security against the supernatural bullshit that's been happening around the town, okay? Just find at least 3 key points to talk about. Make a speech out of that. We got like 30 minutes to knock this out.
Do you and also we also have the fact that we also, if anything as well, make your point about the founders as well, like some of the shit you know. as well.
Yeah.
Maybe-
Hashtag cancel the founders.
No, oh my
Yeah.
Where's Samantha in this moment?
Oh no.
Samantha is literally standing next to them, just face palming. She has decided not to say anything right now because the absurdity of the situation is really, really falling down upon her shoulders. And she's like, I could just leave. No one would see. No one would know. They would just think
Have
I'm
you
dead.
dropped that spell?
Not yet.
Understood.
Oh no.
Okay. Elizabeth King looks increasingly she was clearly amused the day before at this idea. It has slowly started to shift. You see like this gentle swaying point between amused and slightly annoyed. You can't really tell given her facial expression where she currently is. Before she turns to you, Christopher, and goes, "You understand this? I'm sorry. You understand this has to work, yeah?"
Yes, I do. I do.
Very well.
Quickly writing up a speech and just like, and I'm panicking.
Samantha is going to drop the spell and kind of step out from basically behind a pillar, behind I don't know the word. What's the word? She tries to get herself out of general eyesight, drop it, and then step out like she had always been there.
You get to step around Christopher, probably. I mean, he's a broad dude.
Christopher is the pillar of strength behind which I step out.
Yeah.
Okay. Christopher, you keep working. Callum, calm down. And looks at the dragon.
I am calm.
I know that your pseudonym is now Elizabeth King. What do you prefer to be referred as?
She like thinks to herself for a moment. It's hard to pronounce my name, but Eleonora called me Andre.
Andrea.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. I point up to where the dragons had been like sent circling around by Christopher. You have support. You have support from above. You have support from here. And I tap my temple. And we have an unfair advantage. You work with them. Try and find passion to put into your words because genuinely, I think that you will enjoy change rather than bloodshed. Make sure that what happened to you will never happen to anyone else. Fairness. Servicing of the many, but not at the expense of the one. Focus on that. Focus on the true reality of what you want from this. And while I can't sway the heart very well, I'm going to go try and sway some minds. All right? If you need anything, I'm pretty easy to find. Look at the boys.
No, as you're saying this, it's like it's sparking. Christopher's like, "Oh, I got this."
Don't worry, we got this in the bag.
I'll
If you
take
think
the,
I need your magic to convince the hearts and minds of these humans, well, impressive.
Sometimes humans need a push to feel empathy, but once they do, it is genuinely very hard to completely forget.
I think. Just like scratching your chin. What do you think I'm going to say on that stage?
I could imagine what you'd say, but
I'm
here's
not
where the
going
empathy comes in.
I'm not going to go up there and start denouncing the three families because they decided to betray a dragon 100 years ago. That wouldn't make any sense.
No, but I think that if I was in your shoes, I would look at the way things are, and she kind of like fidgets with her glasses a little bit, and how this town is built on being unique and being different, and yet there's either an apathy or an outright hatred against it. It's a certain status quo that needs to be challenged, and to change a regime, you start at the beginning with something new. And the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Samantha, roll me 2d6.
Ooh.
I forget the code, help.
Slash roll 2d6.
Thank you. That's an 8.
Okay. So he gets what you're trying to say. It's you just gotta see like a look in her eyes of like you're giving speech dragon.
Giving what to dragon?
Speech training to a dragon. On how to get her point across. She understands what your point is, but you see her wrestling whether or not she even wants to address that point, and more of just kind of maybe focus. She doesn't know which. How do I put this? She doesn't know which thing to focus on because she's wrestling still with the fact that she'd just rather murder everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see her just like kind of put a hand up and goes, "I understand."
Samantha will like look at her. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But before I do anything or commit to anything that you're saying, or even commit to his speech, I want to see them all first.
The dragons or
The families.
the family? Well, they should be gathering along with the rest of the town. They tend to like to congregate in places of honor. Easy to see, you know? And I look her dead in the eye. I know that the easy solution is usually the appealing one. But maybe someone with a little empathy on how it feels to be a freak in this town. You could do some good things. You could make my life a little easier if that means anything. I know that to hit your aims, killing and killing and killing would be satisfactory. But wouldn't it be nice if things got better instead? a longer road. But I heard the view at the end is amazing. And once she finishes her little speech there, she will kind of clear her throat and I'll go see where the families might be gathering in the crowd so we can keep an eye out, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she will head off into the crowd, but not before giving a sharp look to the boys, being like, behave yourselves, and then walking away.
What? Behavior's practically my middle name. You know, if it wasn't dressed
Okay,
in.
Mary.
All right. So, Christopher, what's your whole speech gonna be about? Come on, spitball it to me.
I think what Samantha.
Do you understand the darkness though then, huh? She looks at the both of you.
What? Huh?
I don't understand it, but I know of it.
I could see why Magma wanted it.
I'm powerful, huh?
Power comes in many forms, Mr. Reyland. Now, what would you have me say on stage?
Honestly, what Samantha said about change and embracing this embracing the uniqueness of Willoughby is a good talking point. Change is everything, and being empathetic about what has come before needs to change so we aren't just left in the past. And as for and also talk about how certain things have been either ignored because of the weird nature of this town, and that needs to change.
Is that wise?
Can't say it's completely wise, but
Many things live in this town peacefully, Mr. Watson. Would you draw attention to them?
no, you don't want to draw too much attention toward them, but we want to get it out that they can just embrace the uniqueness, not just hide away. And
Should I tell that mummy he should be out in the open?
think there's a mummy here?
Yes. Small family. You just like glance into the crowd.
Save that for
Yeah.
later. But
There are several things that I have noticed already. Do you want them out in the open? I can make that happen, Mr. Watson.
we'll save that for. I think we might need to have a conversation with others on if they would like that. But for now,
If there's any indication of what Samantha and you are trying to tell me, is that I'm supposed to go on that stage and make my intentions for this town clear.
that is correct.
If you want all of the mysteries in this town unfolded, and to have the past drug up for everyone to see so all justice may be served, as you're saying, my voice will make that happen. Is that what you want, Mr. Reyland?
Maybe.
Mr. Callum? Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Well, hang on. Maybe we should narrow the scope down in particular to the people that we know for a fact have done wrong.
What about the people I know who have done wrong, Mr. Reyland?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, but there's more. I'm not talking about the founding families, Mr. Reyland. If there's one thing I could smell where I'm standing, it's blood.
Alright, just as long as we're not hurting good folk in the process of this. And after all, that is kind of the whole point of doing this in the first place.
You can't have it both ways, Mr. Reyland. I ask you again, because I can see everyone getting ready for this Wiggins speech. Why shouldn't this town burn to the ground and be raised anew?
Because where else will people like us go? Will be. Where else is? Where else in the? Wherever I've gone, I've never seen anything. Point out to the crowd, and guessing there's like others out there, like the mummies or whatever, and look at the sky, at the dragons, where this is your day today. There's nothing else like that out there.
But I could build it anew, them all back, and we don't need human beings.
Well, that's the thing. Humans are also a part of this. For all the shit that goes on in this town, there's still good folks in here, too. I don't think we should be condemning a few good ones around here for the crimes of the many. Or, other way around.
Understood. You should warn that few good many that every time they step on the street, they're stepping in blood. But please, finish writing the speech. But before you finish writing that speech, you should make up your minds whether or not you truly want Willett Falls in the open.
Sorry, can you repeat that last part, Grizz?
Yeah, please.
My voice is breaking up. You should ask yourselves again whether or not you truly want Willoughby Falls in the open. You should also ask Samantha that, for that matter.
I'm going. Yeah, that's a good, fair point. And as I'm writing, I'm going to try to call Samantha. see if she can come back over for a brief second. Or just
Yeah, you both behave. Meanwhile, the dragon's like, "Oh, while you're behaving, let's have some really deep conversation."
Uh,
Yeah.
There's many things that go a bump in the night. Samantha crashing into the wall with a cup of water. Ah!
Christopher gives you a call,
She's
Samantha.
been kind of going through the.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, go ahead. He was giving you a call, but go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
I was giving you a call.
Okay. Yeah, Samantha's been kind of moving through the crowd, keeping her eyes out, but there's something kind of weighing on the back of her mind after everything she said. Kind of that resentment and rage kind of bubbling up in her, remembering all the times that she has been othered in this town. And she's a little less charitable than she was before as she answers the phone. What?
Hey Sam, it's could you come back, because wouldn't be part of the speech or not, but we have some questions for you.
I don't know what kind of political maneuvering I can help with, but I'll try. Be there in a minute.
All right.
Okay. And she's gonna hang up and head back towards them.
Yeah, you get back.
What's up?
We mentioned during the speech about what you've been saying, and I feel like we do need to ask you, how would you feel about everything being revealed and being more out in the open about everything?
What do you mean everything?
Like
everything. Everything supernatural, everything weird or funky or hidden away in the town. Everything being out in the open.
Samantha quickly flashes back to events before the past few weeks. Specifically, some events with Callum. A dark night and a very, very angry mob and being left behind. You want to know if I'm okay with everyone knowing I'm a freak? 'Cause I promise you, they're already aware.
it won't just be you. There'll be everyone in town who might have an inkling of possible supernatural.
So, going completely clean instead of metaphorically.
Yeah, basically.
Why not ask Callum? Why ask me?
Well, we thought to ask you as well, and how you would feel about it as well.
I feel like if the cattle get scared enough, there could be a stampede, regardless of intention. Looks to our dragon friend. I'm sorry, her name eludes me at the moment. I feel really bad.
Andrea.
Because I specifically...
Andrea.
Yeah, Andrea, I knew it. I knew it started with it. She will look at Andrea and just... But then I suppose we always have plan B.
You said
Andrea
You are going
has
to
a
say...
small smile and tilts her head to the side. But lets her continue.
You are going to say what you want to say, whether it is in the spirit of true understanding or in the spirit of stirring shit up and getting what you want. I can't quite control that. She looks at Christopher and Callum, but I will tell you, if people come after me, I'm going after them. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but that's what I'm telling you. I've been hunted before, Christopher. As Callum well knows, I'm not doing that again.
I understand. I will make sure to fight like hell.
There's a screech over the speakers, a small one, at the sound of a microphone getting tapped.
Ah, shit. Okay. Well, it's been lovely, you two. I gotta get into position.
Oh no.
I turn
See
your
you
crutch
too.
back into a guitar.
Oh. You're really gonna trust me with that?
I try.
So-
It's up to the game
Oh,
master if I'm
God.
allowed to roll
guys.
weird.
Guys, sorry. Try to transition to this next part of the scene because, sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. There's a tap on the microphone, and as the four of you look up, you see an older woman that you recognize kind of briefly. I'd be pretty sure it's the town treasurer. You've seen her before at certain speeches and meetings. Everyone, thank you all for gathering here today. And you guys actually look around. There's easily like about 400 to 450 people at this and filling the town green at the moment. And as you see more people coming in. Today we have a special moment for we are here to recognize the accomplishments, the incredible kindness, one of the most humblest men I have ever known. Please give a round of applause to Mayor Reuben Wiggin. And the town, everyone applauds. And he steps to one side. You see two people walk up. Mayor Reuben Wiggins is a little shorter than 6 feet. Very broad fellow, not in like a bad way, but kind of built like a barrel. He's not in like a full power suit or anything like that. You actually see him in just white button up the sleeves rolled up real tight. Just a watch, like a silver kind of ish watch on his left arm. He does have a tie that's a little loose, but you've seen him tighten it, because he wants to be presentable. It may be an act, That's like a dark blue going up. You see a man maybe in his very late 40s, impeccable goatee, slightly peppered, hair that's almost in a buzz. It's a little bit longer, but you can see where he's kind of like made sure it look neat. And almost porcelain white skin. You can see he's had a little bit of a tan because he's been outside a bit, but his eyes are probably some of the brightest blue we've ever seen. And you see him step up to the podium, and there's a smile of pure confidence on his face. And beside him, not hanging on his right side, but close beside him, in an Italian suit with a red tie, with impeccable goatee, slick back hair, beautiful eyes, and a smile that radiates pure calm and acceptance that just makes you want to hug him because he's so lovable. But with pale skin, you couldn't. It's magma. Like, it looks like magma. You believe that it is.
Bastard.
And you hear Mayor Wiggins, "Thank you, everyone, for gathering around here today. For these past 8 years, I've been your mayor, and I have been so... I feel blessed to have been your mayor for so long. I honestly do. Sorry, I'm a little choked up. There's so many of you here, and I'm so grateful for you all. Let's see, who's out there? It's the Cameron family. They did a wonderful job with that bake sale a few days ago. Everyone, how about a round of applause? They did so much money for the town, bake drive. That all of that money is going to go to the Humane Society. Yes, so thank you. Another round of applause for that. Right? How about the firefighters these past few weeks? Hustling around. I think that's Jim over there, big man over there. Thank you so much, Jim, head firefighter, wonderful guy. I just see so many hardworking people around this town, and I am so blessed to have known you all, to have worked with you all, and I am so thankful to be able to stand here today and announce that I am running for mayor one more time. And the town just like erupts with applause. And he lets them applaud. He kind of stands back and smiles, and you see the man beside him kind of pat him on the back and give him a reassuring smile, and you see the mayor look at him and just give him a big thumbs up, like, "We got this, buddy." He turns back and you see him begin a speech. What would the three of you like to do?
Callum's gonna get into position, getting closer to the stage, hooking up his guitar to his amp. He's going to lock eyes with Christopher and wait for the signal to do the big interruption.
We need a running mate.
You don't.
Oh, don't?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, Christopher, give me a roll of 2d6.
Okay, we'll do.
Yep.
9.
Cool. Magma has said plenty of times that he has dozens of contracts in this town.
Mm-hmm.
He's not standing there to be a running mate.
Oh, okay. That's why that's where my line was thinking. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're good then. Okay.
Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, that's Christopher going, "Oh, I get it. Sorry, that was what the roll was."
Okay, thank you. I was just...
Because if you had missed that, I would have been like, "Well, that's your line of thinking." That's too bad.
Yep, I would have volunteered. I would have been like, "Sam, you go." No. I give it give him a good 2 to 3 minutes into the speech, and then it's like, I think we're on. Now, let's do it.
All right. Callum is gonna do some magic to amplify his guitar, and maybe even throw in some pyrotechnics too.
Oh.
Well, there's 2 things you need to do for me.
Yeah. Okay.
One is going to be use magic. The other one's going to be act under pressure.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, I got this. Okay, first up, use magic. Here we go.
Yep. Act under pressure, please.
Act under pressure. Here we go. And I'm gonna spend a fucking luck on that. Because I ain't gonna let anything get in the fucking way of this moment. Well, I'm sure I'm a little low in luck, so.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, you think? Goodness. So, Samantha, what are you doing in this moment before I ask Christopher a very important question?
Samantha has her mental abilities preparing to spread out. Her goal is going to be to try and do not quite a mass manipulate, but trying to plant more of a hey, let's listen to her kind of thing once we get Andrea up on the stage. I hope that makes sense.
Okay. If you are trying to connect everyone, a good amount of people to you mentally with that ability, let me look at it one more time.
I'm sorry, I missed a lot of what you just said.
If you're trying to connect everyone with that ability, or to more than just one person,
and then my other option is to prepare to somehow manipulate the mayor to step aside and be like, wait, let's hear this out. Assuming that he has had dealings with Magma, an influence in his mind will not be something new to him.
No, but getting that influence upon a mind that's already influenced would be the difficult part.
Exactly, and that'd be rad.
Okay. I would say if you're trying to connect to that many people telepathically, that would be big magic.
Okay, yeah, I don't have the time to do big magic, sadly.
No, yeah, if you had that thought like over the 15 hours, I'd say easily go ahead and prepare that. But that, like if you want, like, if there's about 400 people here, if you want all of them to have an inkling to listen, that would probably be big magic, unfortunately.
Totally fair.
Yeah. But if you want to have ready to go to see what the mayor does and get him to, well, we'll see what the mayor does.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So some music blasts out. Actually played well. That was the act under pressure roll. I would say, and I'm going to tell you this right now for that use magic roll. The actual lower tones of the music you're blasting are making the ground shake pretty heavily there. Not intentionally, not enough to be like, oh god, it's an earthquake, but you're much louder than you appear.
The bass is hitting hard, y'all.
Not in a good way. It might wake a few things up.
Ah, it's all good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're okay with whatever I just said.
Oh no. Oh no.
Christopher, the question I have for you is, as this, what kind of guitar solo are you doing here? Because I think that'll flavor this next moment pretty heavily.
It is basically a power ballad, styled very much in the same vein as Herald of Darkness from Alan Wake 2.
What?
as he announces the fucking dragon to come onto the stage. Introducing the new candidate of the mayoral elect, Elizabeth King. And he's gonna puff out some pyrotechnics on top as he fucking shreds.
Callum, I have a very important question for you. Where are the pyrotechnics coming from so people don't know you're a wizard?
He'll just kind of like have it come from like somewhere vaguely behind the stage.
There are people. Open there. Okay, no, it's okay. You're fine. You got it.
It'll come from underneath the stage, like behind, underneath, so it's out of sight mostly.
I'm okay with it. I will retroactively say there's no one behind the stage. Behind it. Anyway. I love you, Sabby, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to make sure you don't hurt anybody when you're doing. Old gods of Asgard. Oh my god. Okay. So the question I had for you, Christopher, is what music did you select for this?
I was more thinking like just like some just general rock song. Oh my god, that's so much better. Oh my god.
Thank you. I do try. Yeah, I'm even gonna throw in some background lyrics.
Oh no,
Jimmy, I need you to work with me here.
No, it was like supposed to be like a just like a general like rock song, or just a general rock song, or just like a general like breakup, just for like an announcement type thing. Oh my god.
Well, like a special newscast, like like what? Okay.
Yeah, almost like
Well, thankfully, whatever sound may be coming out of the speakers is overheard, it's overblown by whatever's coming out of his amp to a crazy degree. That's a Star Spangled Banner, like a low tempo guitar bass. Like, no, focus on the heavy metal. Okay. Well, I can safely say the entire town is taken aback. And Jimmy, as you prepare to lead the dragon to the stage, the three of you have golden eyes upon you, and they're pissed. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.